Uh, Let me begin with a thought. Real estate developers are still playing the old game, but on a completely new field. The field has changed. Our cities have expanded, demographics have shifted, and technology has advanced at a pace that has not seen it before. And far, far quicker than any building that has been constructed. Right? So why do we say that real estate developers are still playing the old game, but on a completely new field? Right? Because much of real estate continues with the same old playbook. Operate in silos, gut-based decisions, more cement, steel, and glass, and keep piling cement, steel, and glass, and absolutely internally focused, rather than keeping the customer at the center of it all. It's like Manchester United, who comes to play football at the Lord's cricket pitch. There is a mismatch in pace, expectations, players, and the rules of the game. This mismatch is no longer sustainable. The new rules of real estate, the new real estate game demands a whole different and absolutely modern approach. Real estate has to adapt to its changing conditions, goals, and a completely new set of customers. And who are these customers? A demographic which is no longer the 40-year-old or 50-year-old like me today, but the Gen Z, the Zepto generation. Impatient for results, instant access, fickle attention, and quick decisions. So what's the idea? At its core, real estate has always been about permanence, about building structures that last generations. Paradoxically, its engagement with its end users, that means those who live in residential spaces and employees who work in these swanky office spaces, is purely transactional. It's just pitch it, sell it, forget it. Look around you. Every brand today, from coffee to cars, is striving to build a lasting relationship with its customers. But real estate is only focused on closing transactions. Sell, hand over the keys, and move on. It ignores the value of continual harmonious engagement with the end user. So, what's the idea? This is it. Real estate is no longer about what we build, but about how people live and thrive in what has been built, using technology to improve the way we live, work, and play. It's a powerful theme that reimagines the relationship between residential, workplace, and leisure spaces, leveraging the digital world to improve the quality of all our lives. Look, India's real estate sector is projected to reach USD $1 trillion by 2030. But reaching this goal demands a new mindset. Developers must integrate technology, the Internet of Things, or what we call IoT, data-driven systems, into the very fabric and DNA of real estate. But is this easy? It's not. However, the opportunity to transform real estate through digital is massive. And why do I say this? Because the Gen Z buyer lives a mobile-first reality which has to be owned by our realty. Look at the figures. 85% of Indian households own a smartphone. And among them, Gen Z, the group that makes up 27% of our population, the ownership of smartphones is nearly universal. This hyper-accelerating customer segment sets the tone for what a great experience means. For them, technology, speed, clarity, instant access are not nice-to-haves. It's basic baseline hygiene. So, how can we create a new order? Ideas are only as strong as their execution, and that requires us to rethink our structures. Technology is powerful. It's a tool, very, very powerful, but it has to change with changing our mindset. And this transformation has to put the customer at the center of it all, our true north. We have to move away from rigid structures of these vertical filing cabinets that we see in developer and real estate offices whenever you visit them across town, where systems are defined by information silos, broken response systems, slow decision making, and CRM departments that keep customers hanging at the other end. That old model belongs to another era. The world doesn't have the patience to wait for such a lag. And Gen Z will certainly not wait for you. They live on their phones, their lives are already digital, they shop, work, manage finances, and search for homes with a tap. So what does the new structure look like? It must be an integrated technology system that enables sustainable collective action, combined with a digitally empowered framework of mobile apps and backend portals, which will ensure free flow of information and facilitate faster, better informed decision making. By equipping these two teams with decision support tools like real-time dashboards and analytics that convert data into insights, we create an environment where collaboration thrives and action is informed, timely, collective, and effective. Next, we have to decouple services from infrastructure. Think about how we no longer own DVDs or Blu-rays, how the cloud has replaced physical servers that we used to see in our offices. We don't wait for taxis anymore. We book our rides on an app. The common denominator here is technology, and real estate must follow the same modular, on-demand logic. Smart access, IoT integrations, app-first experiences, amenities on click, and services decoupled from rigid layouts. A critical feature of this new structure is a mobile-first approach. The smartphone isn't just a device, it's our primary gateway into the new world. Real estate must align with this reality. Mobile-first technology means giving end users the ability to access services, book amenities, pay bills, manage visitors, or simply communicate and connect with their community from anywhere, anytime. In offices, technology connects them similarly to their physical infrastructure. They can find parking spaces, enter without using access cards, book a conference room, attend a workplace event. This isn't just about convenience, it's about relevance. If we cannot meet users where they already are, which is on their phones, we risk losing them altogether. This is the modular system in action, breaking down the complexity of real estate into smaller, manageable, user-friendly modules and outcomes. Thereafter, now comes the persistence. The most difficult part comes at the time of implementation. We must keep in mind that the change in real estate is not a sprint. It's not a 100-meter dash, it's a marathon. Buildings last decades. Communities will live for generations. But what we create today must be able to adapt to tomorrow. We must persist despite the occasional setback of failure. For every strategy that works, there are 5 of them which fail. But what separates legacy builders and developers from short-term players is tenacity, the determination to adapt, adjust, and keep going. One of the biggest roadblocks that we face is technology adoption. Many real estate leaders who I meet across the offices, dotting the India landscape, even in the Middle East, say customers will never use our new tools of digitization and technology and mobile phones. But the truth is they always do, and they're already doing it. From ordering groceries to inviting friends, technology is our default mode. The key to making is simple, usable, and relevant. Take the example, of how we moved from metal keys to the smart cards that we had to IoT-based smart access systems in an office. Initially, smart cards came back to replace metal keys, but this created a friction. Cards got lost, forgotten, resulted in long visitor queues and high replacement costs if lost. So we adapted. We replaced smart cards with IoT-powered mobile access, turning smartphones into digital keys. Employees just tap their phone at the office turnstile, making smooth access quick. By liberating access from a single hardware format, the smart card, we also implemented a modular system which are now seen in the grade A offices across the country and internationally. And it's a system which is scalable. The result of this is frictionless and secure experience that reduces costs while meeting the demand for instant on-demand convenience. That's what persistence looks like. Adapting until the solution truly works for us. As a closing thought, so when we talk about the future of real estate, it is not about abandoning the foundations of the past, but reimagining them. An office is not just about desks and chairs. It's a place where people spend most of their waking hours looking for connections and collaboration. A home is no longer just four walls. It's about finding community and belongingness. The future of real estate lies in reimagining its purpose, from pure transactions to lasting relationships, from infrastructure to thriving communities, from permanence to adaptability. And we can achieve this if we reshape our systems, embrace technology, and persist in our commitment to building for real people, not just for today, but for generations to come. Finally, persistence is about sustaining that commitment through change, through challenges, and through time. The field has changed, the game has changed. The only reason and the question is, are we ready to play by the new rules? Thank you.